I'm home alone for the next week or so, quarantining by myself until I'm certain I don't have COVID. My parents are away visiting my brother. The cats are the only ones here besides me. I was born in this house. I've lived in it for nearly 22 years, and I've never once been alone in it for this amount of time. This house that's so familiar can feel so different without other people inhabiting it. It's been raining almost nonstop since I got home. Sometimes I sit by the window and listen to it falling on the trees in the front yard and the asphalt of the street. Sometimes I go out for walks in it, usually at night. I feel like I can barely remember rain like this. The last few years have been so dry. California really needs the rain we're getting right now. I find it comforting to be outside and think about how the rain is watering the plants and seeping into the ground and being stored. I have a friend who lives in the mountains a few hours from here, and he tells me that already this month there's been more than 17 feet of snow, the most in written memory at this time of the year. I think that everyone loves the sound of the rain, and right now, it keeps the house from being silent. I need some silence in my day, but when you're alone, too much silence can be a scary thing. Being totally alone like this and without school, I've had the time to create whatever rituals I want for myself. And I've tried to structure the aimless blob that seems to be my day with different rituals that give my day some sort of direction. The ritual of stretching when I wake up, the ritual of washing dishes, trying to get out of the house once a day, the ritual of cleaning or cooking for myself. When I'm going through a bit of a rough time, I kind of let everything sort of slip. And the lack of these rituals feels very apparent. This house seems to get messy so quickly when I'm not on top of things. On bad days, the emptiness of the house feels the most ominous, and the loneliness feels like it might get to me. Some nights I want to just invite over enough of my friends to fill up the entire house. Sometimes I want to hide from everyone I know forever, it feels like. My friends all have COVID right now anyway. I think it's good that we all practice being alone sometimes, and being open to accepting the uncomfortability it brings. On days that I'm feeling good, this space goes back to being home for me, and my love of this house comes back. After a while of going back and forth like this, I feel I've been able to eventually find some sort of an equilibrium between the bad and the good times, and I can just sort of neutrally exist in this space without getting too worked up about things. I do a lot of staring at my cats, wondering what they're thinking about. I've been laying around a lot, and I admire them for the hours they choose to spend quietly inside. I wish I had their patience for this sort of thing. I've discovered how important it is for me to latch onto small little mundane tasks around the house. Time doesn't seem to work the same way when I'm disconnected from the outside world like this, and it makes more sense to measure time based on something, like how long it takes to take me to run the dishwasher or read a chapter of a book. The slowness and the intention of cooking has been really helpful for me, and washing vegetables for dinner makes me remember the early times in COVID, when we thought it was safer to hand wash all our groceries. This whole concept of quarantining is nearly 2 years old at this point, but I've been lucky enough to be able to be with my family throughout it, never alone like now. When it feels safe for me to start seeing people again, I do it outside, and I get to spend time away from home. I've been going on a lot of hikes, going places that remind me of how much I love this place I live in. Now it only rains at night. The days are very sunny. I feel so lucky to love where I grew up, but it's interesting how each time I go away and come back from school over the last couple years, I understand less of what my relationship with this place is, and what it means to have a home to return to. This place is still very much a part of my life, but it feels sort of like I only come here to take a break from the rest of my life at school, which feels so far and disconnected from here. For me, this time has been about learning how to find strength in being alone for long stretches of time, and feel what a special thing it is to enjoy being around no one but yourself. I felt so lucky to have this home to live in over the last week. And it's an amazing thing to think about how my relationship has changed with this place. The same home I spent my childhood in is the same home I visit twice a year on school holidays now. And I wonder how this place will change for me as my life and my idea of home moves on and away from here.